Afternoon all, welcome to the banks of a rather high River Wye. A little way down there is the confluence of the Monnow and the Wye, and that's the destination, but I just stopped here to eat me pasty and have a drink. So now we're going to wander down there. You'll find that I've got my new glasses on, they're very focals, so I have to move my head a lot more to view things that are keep things in focus. So you might find that the camera dips down and to the right and left more, because if I just lower my eyes, the ground in front of me is out of focus. We'll see how that goes. I've got them for a couple of weeks to try, and if I don't get on with the varifocals, I can go back to Specsavers and they'll put plain lenses in. And I spy over the hedge the Duke of Beaufort Bridge. Let's see if we can get a picture of it, shall we? Nah, not like that. Yep, that'll work. We'll get a better view of it when we get down to the confluence, I'm guessing. And then as we come back, we can follow that path and cut the corner off. And there's a bench here. If I'd known that, could have had me pasty here. Oh well, we live and learn, eh? Not much sign of autumn colours around here yet, but I guess that'll come. One sign where the varifocus will be useful is that I can hold the camera down as I was there and see the LCD screen, which with my fixed focus glasses on I couldn't do. Oh, somebody's got a chair down there. Fisherman, I expect. Yes. Oh, this looks a bit slippery. Yep, and here we have it, the confluence of the two rivers. This path is not filling me with enthusiasm. There's something to walk down. That's better. So I won't be stopping, just I wanted to see this spot where the two rivers meet. And just to warn you, I am recording. Oh God! Oh, you got it tangled. Oh, nightmare! I mean, I'm not a fisherman, but I can just imagine that's a nightmare.
Yeah, the weights holding it all down.
Oh God, yeah. So I got me new glasses on. They're varifocals, and it's whereas I would just lower my eyes, now I've got to look down like that. It's all different. I'm only just getting used to it. I'll tell you what. I think I might just take a shot from here and wander back up again. It's quite high now, isn't it? Do you know what, by the Monnow Bridge,
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago when I had my eyes tested, I was actually walking out across the stepping stones there.
Oh, yeah.
Can't see them now. Yeah, might have another walk across that Duke of Beaufort Bridge at some point too. Is it coming free?
Is it what, mate?
Coming free? The line, is it coming free?
No, it's getting worse.
Oh God.
Yeah. I had a heavy weight on the end of it, you see.
Ah, right, and that's got...
Dragged across the floor, and I think I've been snagged on something that's gone floating down.
Yeah. So what do you do now? Pull it in as best you can and cut
As best as I can.
and then break the line, I suppose.
It's come free now.
Oh, rock on.
Come free. There we go.
Fingers crossed.
I wonder if it's good. I don't think I'm very lucky though.
No. The way you're spinning that with almost like one finger, there's nothing on the end of there, is there?
No, mate. Not at all.
Well, at least you ain't got an old boot.
I'd be happy with an old boot at this point.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can see it coming in now. There she blows. Bit of weed in there, isn't there? But it's a bit too wet to burn, isn't it?
Bit too wet, mate.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, and burn with it.
Very good. Yeah, that's the reason that white's holding all the.
Oh right, yeah.
Can I get a few pictures of that, mate?
Well, I've got a couple.
Alright.
Hang on. Trouble is, the head cam gets a bit in the way of using the viewfinder on the other camera. But that's life, innit? Right, that'll do me. Cheers.
Cheers, pal. Hope you have a nice day.
So far, so good. What day is it today? Tuesday, innit?
Yeah.
Tuesday, yeah. Got to put the bins out. That's the only significant thing on a Tuesday. Cheers. Okay, so that's the confluence of the two rivers, seen from the point. I'll try and work into this video somewhere a snip of my route. Ooh, I didn't restart the route tracker, did I? No, I didn't, silly boy. Well, it doesn't make a lot of odds actually, because you can see where it curves up and then comes straight down. It makes little difference because all I've done is walked more or less straight down there anyway. Right, drop that back in there, and let's wander back up towards the car park. There's no rush because I'm covered till, well, I did 3 hours just after 3 o'clock, so that'll keep me going till 6 and gone, and car park charges are only till 6, so we're all right on that score. The one downside to this spot is the background noise of the traffic on the A40, which you can just see the lorries going by now. We will pass under it on a footpath in a minute. Well, a few minutes, don't be pedantic. Apart from that, all very pleasant. And on a summer evening, you know, when sunset isn't till 10:30, I would imagine get down here sort of 8:30, it would be lovely and peaceful. Oh, I don't know what that little pink flower is, but I think we'll take a picture because it's quite pretty. As if the wind will let it sit still long enough. Yep, that looks alright. Well, it's the best we're going to get in the windy conditions, I think, is the answer on that. And I'm not engaging macro mode because I don't think there's much benefit in doing it there. Okay, let's put the camera back to where I like to have it on standby and wander on. That came through Monmouth. I don't think we're ever going to get that one back then, are we? Which is a pity because it would be rather nice. There's another bench. Is it a bench or is it a sign about notice it's a bench? Well, that demands to be looked at, I think, just because I'm in curious mode. Yes, definitely a weird effect if you lower your eyes and look through the near vision part of the glasses. I'm thinking I may keep my old single vision ones for out and about like this, and so we take a shot of the river. Boom. Now those pink flowers could do with being shot as well, taken, not shot. But I'm not changing the look to the longest lens just to get them. Yeah, can't be bothered doing that. Okay, we can't go back across there, we'll have to go back the way we came in, which is not a problem. And I'm doing my best to remember not to whistle while I'm recording. Okay, so over there in the distance you can just see the bench. That's where I had my pasty. No, I haven't left the rubbish behind, it's in a bag on my back. Ooh, that sun's nice. Ooh, wait a minute. Got to retreat a bit, get the sun in behind the trees there. That's it, that'll do. That's removed the most of it from the shot. It's quite blinding actually, even with these glasses are reactor lights, but even then that's quite blinding. But after the weather we've had recently, I'm not complaining. I'm sorry this wind is probably going to rattle in the camera's mic a bit, but there ain't a lot I can do about that because I haven't got the external mic with me. Yes, that sunshine I could almost do with my hat, but I didn't bring my hat because I didn't think I'd need it. Just thinking actually, we could, we're down the bottom of Monmouth, we could actually go and have a wander out onto Duke of Beaufort Bridge when I get back to the car, so long as I can work out how to get to that road. I suppose the map, either the route tracking map, or if I can get Google Maps to come up, or could perhaps leave it and do it another day. This ground's a tad slippery here, and there's a bit as we get further in where it's decidedly muddy and one has to pick one's way with care. I suppose I could have gone round the other sides of the triangle, but I didn't think. Because you can go, the bench where I sat, you can walk up around a triangle. If I'd been thinking of routes rather than cameras and films and photographs, I might have done that, but there we go. That's a nice reflection, but I don't think I can catch it on the camera. So we'll keep plodding on. Monmouth allotments. Somebody's haven of peace rather than a place of great productivity. So you've done the worst bit. That's the muddiest bit of the walk. They're not hearing me. Carefully pick one's way around that one. Last couple have chickened out. Silly people, because they've done all the muddiest bits. But there we go. They're teenagers or something young like that. Yeah. So now we're back to the main bit of the allotments. And there's the A40 bridge that we're going to walk under in a minute. So they've probably gone off up there, yeah. That yellow car came past me as I was talking to someone just up ahead here. So there we have the A40 in all its concrete glory. Allotments and a notice board. A singularly empty notice board, which actually would be better placed a little bit further in so that notice is placed on it didn't get wet. But there we go. That's just my thinking. A bit wet under here too, and there's various spots where like that where a trail of water goes down. There's one up here which is rather more obvious. You can just see it there where the water from the puddles drains down. Chap I was talking to, we're not quite far enough up to show that yet. There's a bank on the right in a bit. Chap I was talking to earlier was saying he had seen it with the water all over this path and within 2 foot of the top of the bank. Again, that's a lot of water. Should we have a quick wander up to the side of the A40? I might as well do. This is a weird feeling too, because to have the steps in focus I have to look down. And there we are, Gibraltar tunnels. Now, where I would want to go to get to the Duke of Beaufort Bridge is where that car's just turned in now by those signs. There might be another way round over the top somehow, but I don't know it. Okay, I think what we'll do is go back and walk down the slope. Not cricket nets. Don't know what that structure with the nets on there is. There you've got the bowling green. This is not school playing fields because the senior school is the other end of town. I guess this is probably sort of the civic area. Tennis courts, rugby. Yeah, it's quite decent actually. Cheep cheep. That probably means we've got another 3 or 5 minute segment written. This camera has started for no reason that I know about, giving a little cheep every now and then as it saves the few minutes it's taken. Yes, the guy ahead in the high-vis, roughly there, if you imagine the water being right up over this path and within 2 foot of the top of that bank there. That's a lot of water. That looks like a sluice gate of some sort, but I can't see, unless, no, I think that's storm water into the river probably. Platform there, but I don't fancy trying to get to it. So we've got like a pavilion come clubhouse and everything there. Yeah. Actually, I could think of far worse places to live than Monmouth, but the trouble is, as I understand it, housing here is quite expensive, certainly compared to the Forest of Dean. And yeah, therefore I can't afford to move. It isn't autumn colours, that tree, but it's a tree that needs to be photographed. So you're going to get a pause while I do my photo. And that reflection on the river needs to be taken too. Yep, that works. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of this now. Might get to the point where I can switch off the electronic viewfinder and always use the LCD screen, which would, I gather, significantly improve battery life. And I could easily believe that because my Olympus E620, which didn't have an electronic viewfinder but an old mechanical type like on the old film cameras, would do 600 to 700 or more photos on one charge, whereas this one 200 to 300 is about my limit. Clouds, because I like clouds. Always think of the Joni Mitchell song, Both Sides Now, flows and flows of angel hair, and ice cream castles in the air, and feathered canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way. I'm not going to start singing for reasons that I have already stated in previous videos. Now this is the local road which would lead me out to the dual carriageway. I'm trying to work out how I could get to Troy Gardens and I'm not succeeding. That blue pub, the Gatehouse, is the car is a little bit this side of that. Okay, and Facebook is pinging me on my phone, and this one is saying it's just written another segment to, well, not to disk exactly, definitely flood relief that. I did actually think climb down there last time I was here, but I'm not going to do so today. This here is the Monnow Bridge, which is now pedestrians only. Waitrose, I'm not a Waitrose shopper, can't afford Waitrose. Applied for a job in Waitrose, God, when I was doing my A-levels, wanted a part-time job, but I had to commit to staying 2 years, and I couldn't do that because university was looming. Oh, must do this one. This one's swanning around. Got to shoot that, not shoot it, take it. Yeah, settling down perhaps like the cows do to keep him or herself a patch of dry ground to sit on when it rains. Now looking through there, you can see where the water is tumbling over a bunch of rocks. 2 weeks ago when I had my eyes tested, I was actually walking out on those as stepping stones. You ain't doing that today. Not happening. Car is back that way, might as well go up here I guess. It's not a bad round here, is it? Easiest thing ever. And there she sits, the faithful Sally Skoda. who is sending take my picture vibes. Pity about the post in the way, but we can't have everything. Do I want the loo? No, I don't think so. I smell fish and chips. It's a bit early yet, having only had the pasty half an hour ago. Back to the car, I'm thinking. Ooh. Just thinking that white, is it a Morgan? Looks a bit Morgan-like. That needs to have its photo taken too. Okay, so we're back at the car, off it goes.